Defined volume, remember, it's the area of a base times a height. So for this first one, our base is that circle. Remember, the base is the shape that's the same on opposite ends of the solid. So we have a circle there and a circle up here. So that has to be our base. So to find the area of that base, it's just the area of a circle. Pi times, what would we use here?
10.
Or its area is pi times radius squared.
Oh, so 5, yeah.
So times 5 squared. 10 would be a diameter, so the radius would be 5. So that gives us 78.5 square feet is our area. So from that, to find a volume, it's the area of the base, 78.5 square feet, times that height of 12 feet. So 78.5 times 12 is 942. Square feet times feet is feet cubed. That's our volume. How many of you had that? How many of you tried to do it? How many don't care?
I care. I'm just behind because I've been texting women. I texted her and said I have a bet with my math teacher that you won't know my name. My name is Hunter Johnson. Please acknowledge you know my name.
Okay, so for number 2,
You didn't send it to me.
I did.
in the dictionary under desperate, there's a picture of you. You know that, right?
There's many.
So anyway,
New pictures in the dictionary.
our base here is this triangle because there's another triangle that's identical on the back side there. So the area of our base is a triangle. How do I find the area of that triangle?
8 times 6 divided by 2.
8 feet times 6 feet divided by 2, giving us 24 square feet. How then do we convert that volume? 24 square feet times what?
Times 14.
14 feet. Giving us what? 36, I believe, cubic feet.
I can subscribe.
Double check me here. 24 times 14. Yeah, 336. That's our volume. This third one's a little trickier. Did anybody get an answer for the third one?
You have to split it in 3 parts.
You gotta split it into 3 parts, but you really only need to find the area of 2. So yeah, we're gonna have area 1, here's a rectangle. Area 2 is gonna be those 2 half circles put back together to make 1 circle. So we know that this rectangle is 8 inches. What is this dimension here?
You have to find it.
How do we find it?
Work the circle first.
Oh, yeah, if the circle has a diameter of 8, what's its radius?
4.
4. What's this radius?
4.
Also 4. So 20 minus 4 makes this 12 inches.
12 by 8.
So that rectangle is a 12 by 8 rectangle,
6
which is 96 square inches. Very good.
times 8.
For number 2, we got the circle that is a radius of
4.
4. So pi times 4 squared is 50.4 inches. So the area of that base is found by adding those together, 146.24
Times 18.
inches. And then to get a volume, it's that times the height. Got it. Volume is 146.24 square inches times 18 inches, giving us 2632.32. 2,632.32 cubic inches of volume. What do you think? Doable?
That one was not.
Not horrible.
No.
Doable.
Better than the sharp stick in the eye still?
Yeah. But I probably would assume if I tried it myself, I would still kind of.
Possibly.
System shut down.
I'm going to give you a shape here.
Yeah, there is gonna be a police report or something next semester.
I'm not gonna be here, so you'll never hear about it.
So
Someone's throwing everyone on the news or something, or social media, something like that.
let's say that this is 8 inches here. And let's call this 10 inches. I want to find the perimeter of this. Remember, perimeter is to add up the length of all the sides. So I need to find some dimensions here. I need to find the length of this side. Of course, that'll be the same as this side, correct? And I need to find radius or diameter of the circle. Do I know that?
No.
This is 8 inches across here. If that's a rectangle, what's this have?
That is 8 inches.
8 inches. So it's a diameter of 8 or a radius of 4. Which means this dimension has to be what?
6.
6 inches. Because if this is 4, that's 4 inches in that direction too. 10 minus 4 gives us 6. So our perimeter is found. We'll take 6 inches plus 8 inches
Plus 10.
plus another 6 inches here. Plus we need the arc of that half circle. So to find that arc length, we find the circumference of the full circle, which is pi times what?
8.
8. Pi times diameter for circumference. But it's half a circle, so we divide by 2. So yeah, you probably could have done just pi times 4 would have done this. We get 12.56 inches. You could have also done pi times 8 and then times 180 over 360, since that's a 180-degree angle, if you wanted to do it that way. So we got the 12.56 inches here. Add that all up, we get a perimeter of 32.56 inches. Questions? What if I ask you to find the area of that? Tell me what to do.
You do 6 times 8.
We got the 6-inch by 8-inch rectangle, which is
Yeah,
48 square inches. Okay, what's my second piece?
4 pi times 4 squared. And then
Over 2, because it's only half the circle, right? Which gives us 25.12 square inches.
add those two together.
Add those up to get an area of
73.
73.12 square inches. Perfect. Let's see what you remember of our rules of a circle. If that angle is 47 degrees, how many degrees is that arc?
47. Or no.
47 degrees.
Divided by. Yeah, because it's in the center.
If this angle is 32 degrees,
64.
64, good.
I can count.
If the angle, the vertex of the angle is on the circle, it's inscribed, the arc is twice the angle. If the vertex is at the center of the circle, in other words, a central angle, they're equal. The confusing part
When there's a double.
is when it's like this. Of course, this angle and this angle are the same, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So let's say that this angle here, or this arc, is a 28-degree arc. And this arc over here is a 94-degree arc. How do I find angle A?
It's a third of a circle. No.
If it's a central angle like that, it's the average of the arcs. So 94 plus 28 divided by 2. What's 94 plus 28? 122 divided by 2. 61 degrees. That is a 61 degree angle. Of course, so is this one. Any questions on that? So this arc over here is 89 degrees, and this arc in here is 27 degrees. What's this angle?
The average of those two, but divided.
So up here, we added them together and divided by
I
2.
subtract them and then
Down here, we'll subtract and divide by 2. 89 minus 27 divided by 2. What's 89 minus 27? 80 divided by 2 gives us
31.
31 degrees. Let's say we have a diameter of a circle. If I know that this length here, 12 inches, and this length here is 5 inches, find the area of the circle. And yes, that is the diameter of the circle.
You want to fix it and make it go over the edge on the bottom? It actually goes to.
as I said.
Is that better?
I don't know what you did. Oh wait, there's more. What?
What is the size of that arc? How many degrees?
What's the term?
Okay, we want to get the area.
Yep, the area of the circle.
And I have faith in you for this.
What's the size of that arc? If that's a diameter,
It's half the circle.
half the circle would be how many degrees?
180.
180. So what's this angle here?
90.
Oops, I'm actually reading this up.
Careful with your answer.
That is 90 degrees. It's a right angle. Which means I can do what to find my diameter? Got it. It's the hypotenuse of a right triangle. 5 squared plus 12 squared equals the diameter squared. What's 5 squared? What's 12 squared?
3, 4.
4. If I add those together, I get
169.
169 equals d squared, and then
You square root of 169.
square root of 169 is 13 is my diameter. This is 13 inch. To find the area though, I don't need the diameter, I need the radius, which is going to be
Half of 13.
5 inches. So my area will be pi times what?
6.5.
6.5 squared, otherwise known as 42.25. Give us 132.67 square inches. What do you think? Good stuff?
Math class can end here, right?
We learned everything, right?
Yep, this is enough, right?
Yeah. Is it?
You guys are funny.
Thank you.
But looks on everything.
Ready for Mitchell.
Why did everybody pick on Mitchell there?
I don't know, he's still slacking in that department too.
The one person in the room that has a girlfriend. That other people can see.
I was even picking on Donnie. No, Paul made fun of me earlier too. Not fair. I can't win at any.
How do you find the length X here?
Life's not fair, man. Sorry.
Cross multiply and divide.
When we have intersecting chords, what's the relationship?
The angles are the same.
Well, yeah, this angle and this angle are the same, and of course those two angles. But the length relationship is the length of one chord.
The lengths are the same no matter what. So
Product of the lengths. So 9 times 4 are the lengths from that chord. The lengths from the other chord are 12 and x. 9 times 4 has to equal 12 times x. How do I get x there?
multiply 9 times 4.
9 times 4 is 6 equals 12x.
12 times something, which would be 3.
Divided by 12. 36 divided by 12 is 3. X equals 3 inches. Not bad.
See, when you do it like this, it makes sense. When
Yeah.
you do it on a test, we don't have all those steps. CX.
Oh, Lord.
So if I tell you that this is a tangent, and it is 15 feet long, and if I tell you that this length, 17 feet long, I ask you to find the circumference of the circle. What can we do? Where's a right angle?
Right angles in the bottom corner.
When a radius hits a tangent, it's a right angle. So this is our radius. Is the radius a hypotenuse or a leg? It's a leg. It'll be r squared plus, what's the other leg?
15.
15. So 15 squared equals the hypotenuse of 17 squared. Now what?
R squared plus
15 squared is 25. 17 squared?
So we
Sweetie,
subtract 225 from 289 to get
I always subtract 225 from both sides, which is 64. R squared equals 64.
and 64 root.
Square root of 64 is 8. So our radius here is 8 feet. Now, how do we find the circumference?
Multiply by 2.
Multiply by 2 to get a diameter of
16.
16 feet. So the circumference is pi times
16.
16 feet, otherwise known as 50.24. What do you think? You having fun yet?
No.
No?
This kind of math is
Tex, you're not even taking notes.
I've always thought if they would allow me to go into prisons and teach a math class,
There'd be more riots.
no, just teach a math class and tell them, okay, you don't have to pass it the first time through. But once we release you, teach the class right before they release you, and then say, okay, if you ever come back, then you have to take it and pass it before we'll let you out again. I bet that would cut back on the
Yeah.
Maybe.
That math class.
I'm not gonna pass the math test. They'll never let me back out.
Because there's this crazy teacher in math
Fuck
class.
this.
He showed me some math stuff, man.
My sense.
No, started to see pie everywhere, man. Walking around on two little legs. Coming at me with letters.
How big is that arc over there, X?
I don't know, just
66.
The formula here is what? It's the big arc minus the little arc divided by 2 equals the angle. How do we solve? Well, this is divided by 2, so we're going to multiply by 2. Cancels out the dividing by 2, which is x minus 33. What's 27 times 2?
40, no, 54.
54.
And 33 minus 54, or 54 minus 33.
Is that? We have to add the 33. Yes. So yeah, x equals 87. Not so bad.
I was never good at this.
Actually,
you got that sharp stick yet?
You're ready for it?
I'm like,
Why?
So let's say that this is 20-degree arc. How big is that arc there, x?
oh, no, not 40.
Add the arcs. So x plus 20 divided by 2 equals 38. And then
20,
multiply by 2 to get rid of the 2, divided by 2.
38,
So x plus 20 equals, what's 38 times 2? 76. And then
minus 20,
subtract 20. X equals
56.
86.
So it's basically just doing the opposite of whatever comes back.
Yeah. So if the angle is in the middle, inside the circle, you add the 2 arcs and divide by 2 to get the angle. If the angle is outside the circle, you subtract the 2 arcs and divide by 2 to get the angle. Good at drawing, but I can. This is my x, and this is, let's say, 78 degrees. How do I find x? This one is significantly more difficult than the previous example.
78 divided by
78 minus what?
28 minus.
x over 2 equals 17.
Okay. And then,
And then,
so when this was
Divide.
done, when this was built, technically x was multiplied by -1. Then 78 was added to it, then it was divided by 2. So the first thing we have to remove is dividing by 2. How do we undo dividing by 2?
multiplying.
Multiply by 2. So the 2 is gone. We have 78. I'm going to leave it as minus 1x so that we see that that's times -1, really, not subtraction. equals what 17 times 2? 34. Now what do we have to get rid of next? The 78 or the -1?
Negative.
78. So we subtract 78. -1x equals what is 34 minus 78?
Negative.
44.
-44. And then
Divided by 1.
by -1. X equals 40.
At least it's not a sharp stick in the eye.
I'll get you a quiz. Assuming 100 is what I write down there. Okay, so the holy stress ball, is that what those things are?
Yeah. Exploding all over the hallways.
Really?
Oh, no. I got
Was it
nothing.
a cab event of some sort, or?
Yeah, it's something downstairs.
Yep. That's kind of funny.